This person's trying to take everything that I've built. When I came into this division, it was whack. So I said, all right, I'm going to bring the heavyweight division to Great Britain.
Those are the words of Anthony Joshua, and that's a segment of his interview with JD Sports. And he basically puts the heavyweight division on blast on where it was versus where it is. And you heard him say, when he came to the division, it was whack. And those are the things that we're going to talk about in this particular video. Let me counterpunch. Anthony Joshua was referring to Tyson Fury. He was referring to Deontay Wilder. He was referring to Charles Martin. He was referring to everybody that was fighting at that time when he came into the division. Vladimir Klitschko was still there. He was looking for his opportunity to still show that he was still the heavyweight king, which the Klitschko era was very, very long and dark, okay? And it was long and dark because they had the heavyweight division sold up. Their style wasn't the most impressive. It wasn't the most exciting. And nobody could seem to beat these guys. You had a guy, Lamont Brewster, Chris Bird, every so often would get a win with one of these guys. But then guess what? You'd have to fight the other guy. So it was almost like a communist type of division because nobody was there. Then you had guys like Floyd, and then Manny Pacquiao were just running the show until they fought each other, and then boxing took another dive. Okay, so from 2015, 16, and then 17, it was kind of dark until Joshua stepped on the scene. Okay, Tyson Fury in 15, mind you, was able to upset Vladimir Klitschko. But then he fell off, so nobody heard from him since until 18, but that's another story. Meanwhile, Joshua was making his claim, knocking out guys like Charles Martin. You're like, okay, well, wait a minute. We got this guy from Britain knocking guys senseless, and I seen Charles Martin, and I'm like, dude, he's a big dude. He's undefeated. What does he have to offer? Well, Joshua showed him. Okay, so those type of things started happening. Then he became a world champion. The IBF, boom, got that. Then the WBA, boom, fought Klitschko. And I thought Klitschko was going to mollywop Anthony Joshua, but he proved me wrong. So I'm like, okay, it's something to this shit, so let's keep it going, and slowly, we then seen guys like Tyson Fury come back to the sport. We seen Deontay Wilder, he'd been there, but he was fighting lesser opposition. As guys like Klitschko admitted, like Wilder needs to fight better opposition. But then because of the momentum of Joshua coming upward, fighting these particular guys, fighting and getting these belts, taking out Klitschko, which a lot of people ain't done since Tyson Fury's done it, 2 years before him or a year and a half before him, then we had some potential in the heavyweight division, and all of a sudden, okay, we had some light to the heavyweight division. That's what Anthony Joshua was referring to. Okay, and you can't help but to understand what he's saying. Tyson Fury, if it wasn't for his mental illness, partying lifestyle, those type of things, he would have probably done more. But the only thing that he did was beat Klitschko and got the hell out of Dodge and had to take a long hiatus and gained a bunch of weight and did a bunch of stuff like that. Now, Deontay Wilder, on the other hand, was already there, but he didn't get a Klitschko fight. He started in 2008, the same year that Tyson Fury started, 2008. Then 4 or 5 years later, then here comes Anthony Joshua. So him just saying that it was whack when I got here, is him saying that it wouldn't shit in the heavyweight division before I came here. But here's the counterpunch to Anthony Joshua. Now there is. Okay? Now we have the guy that beat him. The last guy that beat him, and his name is Alexander Usyk. Where was he? Super middleweight, cruiserweight, now heavyweight. Okay? So the division might have been whack. The guys weren't fighting each other. We didn't get to see Deontay Wilder to Tyson Fury until Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua fell through. So I'm glad that happened because it was actually entertaining. But still, all in all, we didn't really have those type of fights that we wanted to see. Okay, but we had to have someone there that was actually willing to fight these guys. So Alexander Usyk is there. So thank God for other people to come to that division to make it is what it is. The only hope I hope for is I hope this fight isn't be all and end all with Anthony Joshua losing or winning. If Joshua wins, I hope he does fight Tyson Fury. And then if he beats Tyson Fury, I hope he fights Deontay Wilder. That would be a fight I would want to see. These are still fights that I want to see. Alexander Usyk, the same for him. If he does, I hope he doesn't return to the front line. I hope he stays, and does what he's meant to do, what he's best at doing, and that's fighting. Okay? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Anthony Joshua putting the heavyweight division on blast. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!